We are approaching Halloween season with October just on the horizon. But a lot of the spooky, scary Halloween monsters have already arrived in cereal form. A returning group of cereals. The Halloween monsters. You got the Boo Berry, you got the Count Chocula, you got the Franken Berry, and we're gonna try them all out right now. I've never had these before. I know that they're super old school. However, the formula changed at some point. I don't know if it was 2013, pre-2013. It changed at some point. I tried to find it, couldn't figure it out real quick, but it's the 50th anniversary. So, you know, pretty big deal. I've heard it's worse because of the formula change. It used to be oats, now it's something else. But either way, I'll be trying these for the first time. Probably the last time, to be honest. And we'll see. And let's begin with, I guess I'm already holding this one in my hands, right? So let's start with this one. So you got Boo Berry. Artificially berry-flavored frosted cereal with monster marshmallows. Used to be oat-based, now it seems to be corn-based, which means it's probably gonna be worse. Huh. I didn't smell anything. There's like a berry flavor, but it's not incredibly strong. The cereal pieces are smaller than I imagined. I'm not sure why. I thought they were gonna be bigger. The marshmallows are similar in size, so it matches up with the cereal box, I guess, in terms of the marshmallows being close to the cereal size down here, but something about the way it's pictured, I thought they were both bigger, so I don't know. Looks like the ratio of marshmallows to cereal is okay, not crazy. You know, you just got a bowl of cereal with some marshmallows. And let's try some dry real quick, shall we? They're definitely berry flavored. It's not like a super powerful berry flavor in comparison to maybe like a... It's almost like a lighter crunch berry? Similar, but it feels like it's a little bit lighter to me. And then you have the marshmallows being marshmallows. If you remember the Sesame Street 1, 2, 3 ABC, whatever it was, very berry cereal. It's more than that, but less than maybe like the Pokemon berry cereal or like a Crunch Berry or something. Dry cereal with marshmallows, eating dry just doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna give it, just say something like it's low, like a 3 or whatever. Who cares? Doesn't matter. None of these cereals are gonna be high. Dry. Let's get some milk in and we'll see. I will say that for this cereal, because the pieces are small, they do get soft relatively quick. There's definitely a little bit of loss of flavor when the milk comes in, but it doesn't feel crazy. And then obviously the marshmallows spice it up. Here's one thing we don't often get in these tests nowadays. The full bowl factor. What do I mean by that? You do a full bowl of cereal. You do, you know, your milk. You're eating it. You get towards the second half of the bowl. What's that composition gonna look like? Are they gonna be like really soggy and unenjoyable? Are they gonna be reasonably soggy and not bad, just like reasonably soggy? Are they gonna be reasonably, expected milked but lost all their flavor? That kind of thing. They definitely do lose their flavor because, as it says on the box, they are flavor frosted. Artificially berry flavored frosted cereal, right? So frosted tends to mean a layer on the outside, which can be sort of, soluble into the milk or whatever. Soluble, solvents, whatever. Science. Overall, the milk, it's not bad. It's kind of funny. It's actually, if you didn't have the marshmallows, it would be less sweet than like the pumpkin spice cereals, which feels weird because you think pumpkin, you think normal fruit, vegetables, whatever, and this is like This cereal, on the other hand, is like purely just like berry cereal, whatever, but it's somehow less sugary feeling than the pumpkin spice ones. But then the marshmallows come in, right? So then that kind of changes it a little bit. I think overall, if you're looking for a sugary cereal and whatnot, this doesn't really feel like that is necessary at all. You can just go with traditional choices of cereal and probably get more berry flavored bang for your buck. Like, the more you think about it, the more it just feels sort of like, okay, this is just selling because it's Halloween time. It's not, there's a reason they don't keep it in production all year. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm trying to send, is that I don't think it would do that well if it was something that was around all year. It purely pretty much sells off the fact that it is Halloween. At least I've tried it out and now I know. And yeah, it's kind of generic and whatever. I don't think it's anything to write home about. I actually would probably just give it, I don't know, like a 5 or something. We'll come back to scores at the end probably, but I'm just throwing in a random number for now. Even Mr. Boo, he does kind of look disappointed, doesn't he? You know what? Maybe that's the whole story right there. Just look at his face, dude. He's looking down, like this is him, this is me. It's the same picture. It's the same picture. We're gonna go with Mr. Count Chocula. The cereal pieces look the exact same, if you notice that. We already all know that I don't like chocolate cereals, so probably not gonna like this. But I'll just have my one and done, say I tried it, and be done with it. So let's get the sniff. Chocolatey, but not as chocolatey as like when we had the s'mores cereal. That smelled way more chocolatey. I guess I just try some dry then, huh? Let's see. Much more chocolatey tasting than chocolate smelling. That said, it's dry and it's chocolate, and I don't really like both of those options, so I'm gonna just leave it at like a 3 or something probably. What I'm trying to think about right now is, does this taste more chocolatey than Boo Berry tasted berry-y? Berry-y? I feel like it does. I don't know if that's just because chocolate's an easier taste to have strong or whatever, but the taste of the chocolate feels stronger than the taste of the Boo Berry's berry. Let's get the milk in. I definitely like it more with milk, and it's definitely turning the milk brown. I'm sure there's some flavor lost there, but I think it's probably for the better. That said, I'm not a Cocoa Puffs person, so I can't really compare to how chocolatey that is, but thinking back to the s'mores cereal that I had, it's fairly similar. I like it better when I have a bunch of marshmallows, so it kind of evens out the chocolate. As time goes on, the pieces definitely have less chocolate, which for me is good. For a chocolate lover, maybe not so much. Especially considering that I only put a relatively small amount of cereal in here and milk, and it's losing flavor pretty quick. I have a feeling that all 3 of these cereals will have a evaluation very similar to the first one, which is, I think there's a reason these are not sold all year long. I think that they lose flavor kind of quick. At least for the chocolate cereal here, you do have the, you know, milk becoming brown factor. I can't even show you it because then I would spill the milk. But the milk getting chocolate flavoring factor. If you really want chocolate cereal, probably just go with the traditional option that you see all the time. I don't know if there's too many that have marshmallows though. I mean, s'mores is certainly one, but I don't think there's a Cocoa Puffs with marshmallows type of thing. If you're really in the need to mix in marshmallows with some chocolate, I suppose you can do some Count Chocula and get in the Halloween spirit or something. At least that's what they'll tell you. I'm probably just gonna go with like a, I don't know, a 4 or 5 or something. Just feels very whatever. Not remarkable by any means. Not terrible. Just it's a cereal, and the only reason anyone ever buys it probably is because of the Halloween vibes and you know, characterization. One more to go. We have Franken Berry, which is also berry flavored cereal with marshmallows, but as you see right here with this strawberry, it's specifically strawberry flavored. I'm gonna be honest, I've never really understood why this character looks like this. That's not how Frankenstein looks. Like, what's with the watch and the eyes that aren't eyes because they're the metal things? Robot chicken skin. Yeah, it just looks like weird. And why is he's got like a chain around his neck? Is the chain attached to the bowl? I can't tell if this is a happy face or a depressed face. Like the mouth says happy, in my opinion. The eyes did not convey the same thing. The eyes kind of look not as happy, but the mouth looks happy. So I don't know what this guy's doing. Very pink, as the box shows. So they're not wrong on that. They're not wrong on that. It kind of reminds me of like highlighter pink, just dry with no marshmallows. Okay, so initial reaction feels like there's more flavor than the blueberry, but maybe it's just that the flavor is different. Now I'm gonna do some with marshmallows in it this time. It definitely is different, but not crazy different. And again, I'm just gonna give it the same dry score as the others. It's just whatever. It's a flavored cereal with marshmallows. I'm just gonna throw a 3 at it and get on with my day. I wonder if this cereal will turn the milk pink. I guess it probably will. Pink-ish. Probably pink-ish. Got the milk in. Yeah, so it's definitely a different flavor than blueberry. It's not crazy different though. I mean, they're both berry flavored, so I guess that makes sense. They're both fairly subtle. It smells relatively similar to the blueberry. A little bit different though, especially once the milk's in. Once the milk in, the flavor again is more subdued, of course. And again, I think all of these cereals carried by marshmallows maybe, it's really gonna be the same grade. There's just nothing interesting about these. They're so whatever. It pretty much gives me movie cereal vibes, all of them. Well, I guess not all of them, because usually movie cereals aren't chocolate. So I guess more of the blueberry Franken Berry give me movie cereal vibes. They lose flavor pretty quick. They lose flavor pretty quick, and even when they have flavor, they're not incredible or anything. It's pretty forgettable. If you like blindfolded gave these cereals to people, they wouldn't know that it's like, oh, this is Franken Berry. Oh, this is Boo Berry. This is Count Chocula, maybe, because maybe there's not as many chocolate cereals with marshmallow. But the other two, I feel like you just would be like, I don't know, it's a cereal with berry flavor and marshmallows, bro. Like, what do you, this could be anything. Like, if you had Golden Grams, you know you're having Golden Grams. I don't know, for some reason I kind of like this better than Blueberry, but not really by much, so I'm probably gonna give it the same grade. But if I take out my chocolate bias, the chocolate one is probably the most interesting. It at least retains its flavor a bit longer, and it's not as easy to get something that replaces it compared to Franken Berry and Blueberry. A very light flavoring. I basically think none of these are worth it. And like I said for the others, there's a reason they're not around all year long, and I think it's because they wouldn't survive if they were trying to be produced all year long and basically just survive on getting bought during a limited period, much like movie cereals in a way, except these come back every couple years or whatever. You know, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but I basically my review is basically not to pick them up. At the end of the day, I basically feel like all three of these, I would suggest probably not getting them if I were you. Sorry to the lovers of it, but these versions definitely don't stack up. The people said that they got worse because of a formula change. I don't know what it was like before the formula change, but I can tell you, what I can tell you is that these are not probably worth getting for just about anyone. I just threw these up, left these other two here because kind of in the same spirit of the time period. I basically think both of these are better than all of these. I would say Count Chocula is probably underrated if you're someone that likes chocolate. So then you can bump that up, honestly, to a 6 if you really, really like chocolate, maybe. But the rest of it, even these 3s are probably all too high, if I'm being honest. They're probably just 2s, but who cares? So it is what it is. Like I said, probably try it once, probably never again. And my review is, yeah, probably never again. So